All right. My crypto people, my crypto fam, we are out here in these crypto streets, bringing it to you again. All right. So listen, I know people have a short attention span out here, and listening to the next crypto opportunity. Well, we all, for those of us who've been in the game for a while, or even if you've not, you know how it goes. Right? Someone's always pitching a new opportunity, something that is the next best, greatest thing since sliced bread. But what I'm going to showcase for people here is an opportunity, right? Something that has more than just potential. It's already in motion, and the pieces um, with regard to the functioning pieces are already in play. And the companies have already been established, the track record, several years in the making has really come together now. At the time that I'm, it is early December, and this thing is taking off. All right. So what I want to do is I want to showcase for one of the people in the video here, a gentleman, Wall Street veteran, Douglas Anderson, who, and listen, I know that we're in the age of AI. Everyone thinks that everything is AI. So you might be like, oh, this is an AI video. I'm going to go through the various websites. I'm going to go through to show proof, that are verifiable with regard to the people who are involved in this. Very long time and very well respected people, business people that are either in one way or another involved with what is happening here, right? So we're talking about getting a piece of the crypto to payment terminals, right? Like the POS, right? You guys, everyone knows the POS, point of sale terminals, right? That they have at, maybe it's the grocery store, or maybe it's the hardware store, or maybe it's the restaurant, or wherever transactions are made where you're using either Google Pay, Apple Pay, Visa or MasterCard, and all of those things, right? So now they have already built the infrastructure and are allowing for people to get a piece of the pie with regard to the purchase of CPU nodes available to the public, right? And there's only 200,000 of these nodes that are available. They've already sold thousands of them as it is. I don't know what the exact number is, but let's get right to with Douglas Anderson. It's going to show you all what's going on. So let me show that video here on YouTube. And let's make, I'm going to put myself to the top right. And so here on this YouTube channel, New to the Street TV, right? They've got roughly 4 million subscribers, right? So this isn't some small YouTube channel that showcases this. This is and a guy who has been on this channel for many, many different segments that they've had here. But let's go ahead. 10 minutes. And this is really one of the main videos that got me excited about this. Douglas explains this in a very concise way. So let's get to it.
Hi, this is Douglas Anderson, CEO of Wall Street Capital Partners. I'm here today at the New York Stock Exchange to tell you about a new company that I've taken a seat on the board of directors of, and that we intend on moving towards potentially a public offering. MetaTerra. MetaTerra is a holding company that will develop several software assets, and these software assets are primarily focused around blockchain. Now, as you know, my background is in public companies that are regulated on the stock exchange. So why would I be interested in crypto and blockchain type companies? Well, the reason why is very simple. This is a huge and growing industry. The world's biggest institutions are already moving into crypto. BlackRock, Fidelity, JP Morgan, they're all building in this space because blockchain isn't just an experiment anymore. It's the future of finance. Last year alone, global crypto transaction volume exceeded $4 trillion, and the tokenized asset market is projected to reach 16 trillion by 2030. Those are not speculative numbers. Those are structural shifts. So for me, joining Miracle and MetaTerra isn't about leaving one world for another. It's about helping to shape the bridge between them, taking the discipline and credibility of the traditional markets and applying it to the innovation and scale of blockchain. That's where the future is being written. So my role with MetaTerra is centered on governance, structure, and growth. I've been tasked with establishing MetaTerra, the holding company that will anchor the entire Miracle ecosystem and ensure that it has solid corporate foundation needed for long-term success.
All right, I'm going to pause the video here, and I also want to, just to give context for people that might be wondering, I'm going to bring up his company, Wall Street Capital Partners, and show you the website. So let's bring that up. Hang on here. And let's do this. We'll make it a little wider, full screen there. Now, this is his company, right? Has long since been established. Wall Street Partners is dedicated to assisting clients who are seeking rapid expansion through investments, financing, mergers, acquisitions, and dynamic growth strategies. Our global experience and success in raising over 1.5 billion capital, coupled with 35 years of daily hands-on work from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, equips us with the knowledge and connections to quickly and economically meet our clients' goals. All right. Moreover, we go the extra mile by offering our clients assistance in mitigating risk with hedging strategies like precious metals and gaining liquidity through stock collateralized loans. All right. Let's show the, I think it's here under, well, no, not partnerships. Let's look at the about page, and you can see who these guys are, who the partners are. Here's Douglas here, who's talking in the YouTube video. Stephen Moore, well-known economist. Moore is widely recognized as one of the most respected and quoted economists in the world. Hunter Gaylor, who's, again, a very well-established guy in business and finance. And Autry Pruitt, I believe. So anyways, this guy, this team of people, along with other guys here, they've got on their team here, Richard. Well, you go to the website, check it out for yourself, right? This is a very well-established company that does do what they say that they're doing. So let me go back to the video and continue with Douglas.
Businesses at this scale, and I'm bringing that experience to a Miracle and MetaTerra by assembling a team of highly capable and credible board members who will guide this company into its next phase. The gentleman that I'm bringing on board, I've worked with before. The first one is John Beyer. John was really a foundational figure in cell phones. It was John from Cellular One and Michael Milken that brought that company to AT&T that was the birth of cell phones everywhere. After that, he started a little company called Widevine, which was bought out by another little company called Google. And to this day, Widevine is the backbone infrastructure of Google. So that was a pretty significant success. And then from there, he worked with and developed a company called Real Networks. Real Networks was the foundation of streaming. Without Real Networks, you wouldn't have Netflix and all these other streaming companies. So he brings real huge success experience to this emerging high growth business. Another is a dear friend of mine, Stephen Moore. Stephen's considered one of the top economists in the in the United States, if not around the world. He's former editorial board of the Wall Street Journal, and was appointed by President Trump to chair the Federal Reserve. However, he declined to do that and is today one of the leading economists that's seen almost every day on networks around the world. And we're very pleased to have him on board. Finally, another dear friend of mine, Fernando Vildasola. Fernando's family started Kenworth, which became PACCAR, which is a 60 billion plus traded New York Stock Exchange company. And they make heavy trucks out of Mexicali, Mexico. And he's also a senator from the state of Guadalajara.
So listen, I'll pause just again here and I'll bring up MetaTerra's site, which I think will help again with regard to context. And again, MetaTerra is the holding company for Miracle Pay, and they are doing huge things. And you can see here the leadership. Hakan is the CEO. He's the one who's been at this for, I think, 7-8 years going, where the birth and growth of Miracle Pay, which was actually, from what I found out later on, his daughter's name. I think he's got a 8-year-old, I think she's maybe 10 years old now, but he named the Miracle ecosystem after his daughter, right? And anyways, I've seen photos of her at different events that some of these guys they were recently attending. But if I scroll through, and you can see here on the advisory board, there is Douglas. All right, so this is the one who's on the video talking right now, currently from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. The gentleman, John Bear, who he was talking about, that started those very key companies that have since sold off and been extremely successful with regard to, as he said, some of the cell phone companies and streaming, the railways of some of the streaming services that we now are very used to using, right? Which are part of everyone's life in one way or another, streaming services. The Stephen Moore, which I already showed on, he is also obviously, as I showed already on Capitalist Partners website, that they are, well, anyways, he's here also on MetaTerra's advisory board. He's currently talking about Fernando, who is also here as a board member, advisory board, and also Stephen, who I believe is involved with the Carlyle Group. If I scroll through, well, anyway, I won't get too off track here, but so all of this stuff here is there, right? So you can see it for yourself and head on over and check out some of the key players that are involved here. Just to say that they are already very well established. All of this stuff, this isn't a copy paste fake website. This is all real, right? Contacts, storefronts, and so many different things. Again, if you guys want to contact them, here they are on Rockefeller Plaza, the MetaTerra's group. Again, if you want to send them a message, you can. So on and so forth, right? So we won't get too far track. We'll let we'll let Douglas continue.
Citizen with the United States. He brings huge corporate finance and business building skill to the table. This isn't just about blockchain. It's about building a sustainable global enterprise where compliance, credibility, and innovation go hand in hand. My focus.
Oh, sorry, we have internet issues. Lagging. Hang tight.
Is to ensure Miracle is not only growing fast, but also growing strong with the right leadership and governments. Its support and its vision are important. Miracle Cash is the first app that they've come up with. It's a crypto fintech platform that bridges the gap between digital and physical finance. We offer both online services like wallets, payments, trading, and physical retail outlets in Europe, where anyone can walk in, get support, and have access to crypto safely. We're headquartered in Holland, and our vision is simple: make crypto accessible, secure, and useful for everyday people and real businesses. Instead of hype, we focus on education, user-friendly tools, and real-world financial solutions. Our mission is to remove the barriers to entry so that blockchain becomes part of the daily life of fast and transparent and reliable transactions. Miracle Pay is our seamless fiat to crypto payment gateway, essentially the bridge between traditional finance and the digital economy. It allows companies to accept both regular currencies and cryptocurrencies with the same ease, whether online or in a store. What makes it powerful is the combination of instant conversions, advanced compliance, and versatile POS systems. That means business can be broadened and their customer base reduce transaction costs and avoid the risks of volatility while staying fully regulated. For companies, this translates into stronger cash flow, lower costs, and access to global customers without barriers. In short, Miracle Pay takes away the complexity of digital payments and replaces it with stability, trust, and scale. Miracle Chain is the backbone, the layer 2 blockchain built specifically for affiliate and direct selling businesses. Think of it as a private, optimistic roll-up replaces legacy commission and CRM systems with faster, cheaper, and fully transparent systems. Instead of messy spreadsheets and disputes over payouts, Miracle Chain automates everything. So you've got your commissions, royalties, payroll, subscriptions, all handled on blockchain with regulatory audit trails. It's modular and scalable with built-in products like a wallet, a payment system, a DEX, and even a launchpad. What makes it different is simple. This isn't blockchain for speculation. It's blockchain for real-world business compliance, scale, and community-aligned growth. So sure, the Miracle Suite is our all-in-one growth infrastructure, a set of interconnected.
So I'll pause again here and just to mention, I mean, as you can see, it's not an AI video, right? This is actually this video itself was recorded, I think, 2 months ago. If I scroll through, I won't say out of date, but I mean, it has been, there are more even recent videos and things like that where Douglas has spoken about where things are as they are right now. But this video was pretty concise with regard to explaining what's going on. Now, what I also want to bring up is a business overview for Bellator, which is, again, this is where people are able to come in and purchase the CPU nodes. But let's go over real quick. In this, we'll try not to drag this thing up too long. We're already about 20 minutes into the video. But again, short attention spans need not apply. You know, sometimes you are going to have to listen and have a chance to see the context of information. And obviously, in any investment, you know, you should be doing your own due diligence. And I'm bringing all the receipts and all of the, again, track record of what's going on here. So I'm going to also show here on this Zoom. Let's do that. And the guy running this Zoom right now, this was actually recorded, as you can see, just yesterday, right? So this is a pretty fresh overview with regard. I'm not going to play the whole thing. It's like 50 minutes, but I'll just play some of the key points. So let's start from here. I think about 10 plus minutes in, and I think this will help shine some more light and bring everything into focus for people.
Look at it. It's all about are you taking advantage and position yourself for the shift, right? The reality about it, and I like to deal in reality, ladies and gentlemen, you'll realize that freedom is no longer a dream, it is a decision. That's the facts. Now, here's a quick peek at exactly who we are. Miracle Cash and More. We are a fintech technology company that has created a full ecosystem for the digital economy. See, we are licensed, insured, and regulated by MiCA, the governing body of the European Union. I like to repeat that. I like to repeat myself at times, right? Just to make sure I emphasize for those who are taking notes. We are licensed, insured, and regulated by MiCA, the governing body of the European Union. Headquartered in North Cyprus, we have teams of over 150 specialists strong in Europe, Asia, and the United States, along with physical stores. Yes, physical crypto store, cryptos on the street in North Cyprus, Amsterdam, and Berlin. You know, think to yourself, when was the last time you saw a physical crypto store that you can walk in, exchange crypto for cash, cash to crypto, have someone answer your questions about this whole new digital world. You know, along with that, you know.
Yeah, I'll take another quick pause just to say that I'm actually going to be traveling to Europe, I believe, within the next week or so. And I want to, if I get a chance, I'm going to be doing one of my stops in Amsterdam on the way. So I will try to bring some firsthand video of me at the Miracle Cash store in Amsterdam. And just to, again, shine more light and prove the credibility that this is all real. You know, these aren't some fly-by-night type of things that I said, you know how it is out here in the crypto space and in the digital space where a lot of people do scams of all kinds, right? Where they create fake websites, paste fake, copy, paste fake images of people and, so forth. But all of these people do have a digital footprint and they are very much involved in what's going on here, as Douglas already spoke about. But let me continue on with the video.
You know, we have investors in 6 continents around the world, companies in 13 countries, including our token company in Switzerland. We also have our holding company in Portugal, which recently did a merger with our US-based company as we get ready to be listed on the NASDAQ. We recently signed the lease to our Bellator office in Dubai. We're doing a grand opening there from January 12th through the 15th. So for those looking to explore Dubai, that would be a great time and have an opportunity to meet the corporate team as well. And then we also have our banking company also in Hong Kong. So we have so much that's happening, and I believe those who are looking at us realize that we are a company based on principles and built solidly. Miracle Cash. Well, Miracle Cash has actually completed the acquisition of MetaTerra, which is an OTC automotive company. And through this reverse merger, what it has done, it positions the company to be listed on the NASDAQ. Now, this truly marks a significant milestone for the company and its investors. This was an event we recently had just a couple months ago in North Cyprus. And I just want to share a message from an interview. It's actually a snippet from an interview that was conducted on the New York Stock Exchange with the chairman of MetaTerra and also the CEO of Wall Street Capital. All right.
So again, we just watched the video from New to the Street with Douglas Anderson. So this is a video that I believe is a bit more recent, where he was being interviewed, and I won't play through. I'll skip. Well, we'll just watch a portion of the video. and then I'm going to skip to another part of this overview about 30 minutes in and continue from there. But let's watch this snippet, and you guys already know Douglas, but he'll get asked a few questions here by the interviewer.
And a warm welcome today to the Wall Street Capital segment of New to the Street. I'm Janet Alvarez, your host here from the iconic New York Stock Exchange. We're joined today by a very special guest, Doug Anderson, CEO of Wall Street Capital Management. Doug, how are you today?
Great to be here. Thank you.
Doug, you know, there's so much history here at the New York Stock Exchange, and I feel like people like yourself are rooted in the traditional exchanges, in the traditional world of finance. How did you decide to make the leap to crypto?
So it wasn't hard. I mean, we are looking at the numbers, and as recent as like 7 years ago, I think we're looking at 3 billion transactions in that space. Today, we're looking upwards of 70 billion. Wow. So the growth is phenomenal, and it's something that can't be ignored. And people on this floor here are not ignoring it. They're looking at it very closely. And so we're following it, and we're looking for special companies that are cutting edge, that have something that we think is going to be catch fire, let's say, and grow exponentially. And when something grows exponentially, of course, investors can profit from that multiple.
Absolutely. So for our audience that isn't yet familiar with Miracle, tell us about a Miracle. What is it? Where is it founded?
So the holding company for Miracle is MetaTerra, and Miracle is one of their software assets. MetaTerra is a company that we're working with, and we're interested in listing that on the stock exchange. It'll be a holding company for various software assets that they've developed. The first one being Miracle Pay. So you've noticed when you go to a store or a restaurant or what have you, these PAX or Ingenico machines, they're handheld by the server or at the point of purchase, and you wave your card over it or your Apple Pay, and the system reads it.
So just like I mentioned earlier, right, in the video, maybe 15 minutes ago or so at this point, if you've gotten to this point in the video, you already saw that. And as I mentioned about the POS machines, the point of sale machines, so he's talking more specifically about that in this interview that he's doing here on the New to the Street interview that he's doing. And I think what I'll do is I will showcase one of the machines that was delivered to the CEO of Micah, who's the CEO of Bellator. And I do have this, I think if I can pull it up, there's actually a couple of videos. So I'm going to have to close. Let's see if I can do this and bring up this video. Can we do that? Let's see. Here's one of the PAX machines. I'm going to have to stop share. Let's do that. We'll stop share and remove that. Let's share from here. Hang on. Bear with me, my good people. Stay plugged in, stay focused, stay focused. Yeah, here we go. And I think that it is, yeah, showing now. Let me see how much is showing. So there, I'll actually make the screen bigger. And this is one of the videos with the PAX machine. Actually, let me show the one that it's actually being pulled out of the box. I think that will be a better video to showcase. So I'll pause this just to make this point that, listen, this, you can see the reflection of him holding the camera in the video. This is not an AI video, right? This isn't like, oh, this isn't real. They've already got Miracle Pay preloaded onto this machine. Before he even powers up the machine, you'll see all this, okay? So there you go. Let me show the one with packs. So no need to waste too much time. That's like a 30, 40 minute, 40-second video. So we'll close that out. And what I'm going to do here is let's go back to the screen share of the Zoom call, the business overview, and I'm going to hop into the 30-minute point so people can see where purchasing the nodes comes in from Bellator.
Where you're able to earn where both online or in store. And like I said, this isn't the future, it's now. Now, I want to introduce to you our Miracle CPU node where you're able to earn passive rewards and own a piece of this infrastructure that you're able to earn from transactions that happen throughout the network. However, let me share this short video, which will give you a great understanding of how you get to win with this product.
Nodes, the unsung heroes that tirelessly support blockchain infrastructure and lets all blockchain systems keep themselves in check. Think of them as the backbone of the blockchain. Networks require decentralized validation to ensure the security of transactions, where a decentralized network acts as a safeguard. Curious to learn more about how an everyday individual can participate in decentralized finance as a banker? That's where Miracle comes in. Node investments can be your ticket to passive income. As transactions flow through the blockchain, you, as a node investor, earn a share of the pie. It's a revolutionary way to make your money work for you, without the need for constant oversight. Our new products, Node and Leveler, are designed to make you a first mover in the world of blockchain investment. Embrace the future with Miracle, where Node, Phoenix, and Leveler work together to mitigate fluctuations. Your future starts here.
Wow, wow, wow. What is cool about this, right? With it all being said, every transaction is supported by the system. So nodes are the backend of the system. So 30% of transactional fees that happen globally are actually paid to us as CPU owners. How cool is that? And that's the reason why I tell people, when you take a look at our company, and for those who are excited about the Miracle CPU and just trying to get a true understanding of where we are positioned, it doesn't matter about crypto increasing or decreasing. It doesn't matter if it's spike or not. The reality is we get paid as people around the world shop with crypto. So it's so unique to know that we benefit. It doesn't matter the direction of crypto. That's exciting, all right? Now, Miracle Pay is a payment solution that lets people spend crypto like regular money. And thanks to our strategic partnerships with the 4 major POS providers, think of Ingenico, NCR, Pax, and Verifone. Collectively, they have over 100 million terminals worldwide. Now, with our software, these businesses can accept crypto payments effortlessly. So just imagine when the world tap, they swipe, they insert, we get paid like second nature. Now, I'm mentioning these names, Ingenico, which is one one of the most recent announcement made, and it's safe to say that documentation beats conversation, right? So you can visit their website, ingenico.com. You can look around on their page and you will see that they are the first to market. You'll also notice that they operate in over 120 countries around the world. So this, we're not talking about a local company, we're talking about a global company. And you can see they have over tens of millions of POS machines around the world. Now, many people ask, well, Alton, do we have to use?
So I'll pause here again. Actually, I do. Let's see if I can put this again here on the top right. Put my picture up there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show for people the Ingenico website. Okay, so this isn't just a slide that's on there. You can see, I think we have the tab array. So yeah, let me do that. And we'll switch to the actual tab. All right, so you can see, all right, here we are on Ingenico's website. Ingenico is a real company, and I think I can even pull up the Wikipedia if you want to see the history of the company Ingenico. If you don't believe it, I mean, you'll see Ingenico's yourself. If you go to the store, let's switch tabs. I'll show you here. As it says, the history of Ingenico. Of course, Wikipedia is asking for money. Ingenico was founded in France by Jean-Jacques Porter. I don't know how to say it, but anyways, by that gentleman. It's been around for what, 45 plus years, 1980. Yeah, so there you go. All right. This is a very real company that has already partnered with Miracle Pay. This is happening as we speak. Okay. So these are one of the first to market and showcase them on their website. Packs as well as Verifone, those contracts are already in motion as well. But yeah, here you can see on Ingenico's website, which has the most of the market share, as Alton just mentioned. But oh, I'm sorry. Let me switch tabs again over to the Ingenico website. Okay, so there you go. All right, I'm scrolling through the website for you to see. This isn't a fake website. It's very real. Go to ingenico.com for yourselves to check it out and see. And yeah, we're about 37 minutes into the video, and this is a longer video than I wanted to make, but I wanted to pack everything in here to show people what is and what isn't, right? And I'll also go to my back office for Bellator to show where you can purchase the nodes, where I've already purchased my node. Well, I actually have 5 nodes, right? I went ahead and did the $2,500 package. They had the Black Friday Cyber Week special, and I got that all done. Yeah, like as I said, about maybe a little less than a week ago. Let me switch tabs and show you my back office here in Bellator. And this is where you can purchase. Let me go to the shop and show where the packages are available. And their 1-year anniversary was just yesterday for Bellator, right? Again, the marketing arm for all of this. So people can get in and purchase their nodes. They had their 1-year anniversary. Let me open this up here. Oh, it doesn't really show much info right there, but that you get all kinds of, let me go over to Telegram. I can read off what all we get with the special pack. Now, I already posted on my Telegram if you want to check it out, but you do get one, the PCU Miracle node, you get one Guardian node, you get 1/2 of the Italy convertible nodes, and 1 Phoenix node, which ultimately puts you in position in every way over on Bellator. And they're saying the value of the whole thing is $11,100, where it's costing $5,000 to get all of that. So I think this is going for maybe another couple more days. I think when is the cutoff for this? Let me zoom in, see if it shows. It doesn't show what the cutoff is, but I know that they're saying it was only 72 hours for that particular special, I guess, from yesterday. Yeah. All right. So the video is already 40 minutes long. If you guys have questions, you know what to do. Hit me up in the comment section below, or of course on the socials, Telegram. You can find me. And yeah, whether you're watching this video on Rumble or YouTube, you know, hop in the comment section, and if you have questions, you can ask them there, and I will bring everyone up to speed. But if you want to go back and forth with questions and so forth, then hit me up on Telegram. I'm on WhatsApp also. A lot of people will prefer using WhatsApp over Telegram. But let's get in touch one way or another, and we'll get all of that information over to you. All right. So that is that. I'll wrap the video up there. And yeah, this thing is moving and grooving. And yeah, we are already earning the rewards are already coming in. We get paid in well, USDT if you are getting in commissions. And if you have nodes, you're going to be getting rewards in the Phoenix token, which the Phoenix token I'll show on market cap, or I'm sorry, coin market cap, where the Phoenix token is yeah, the market's taking a bit of a dip at the moment, by the way, on here December 6th, but you know, pay no mind, pay no attention. The token itself hasn't really even been spoken about publicly, but it is certainly going to take off once this thing goes, you know, once it starts to go parabolic. Once the word gets out about the partnerships that are going on with Miracle Pay and Infinico and PAX and all of those kind of things, yeah, it's going to take off quite a bit. But there it is on Coin Market Cap. Of course, it's on CoinGecko and so forth, all the, you know, crypto token aggregating sites. But yeah, that's it. So Miracle Pay is doing its thing. It's doing its thing. MetaTerra, once again, is the holding company where we've got all of the guys that we just talked about with Douglas Anderson and all these other guys in the leadership of the advisory board doing it, right? There's also other things in the building, an airport in Romania, which we are, as shareholders, going to be getting, well, shall we say, getting a slice of the pie with regard to the things that are going to be happening there. And yeah, so all I'll say is that, you know, this is something that won't, in terms of this particular opportunity to buy the nodes, it won't be around for long, right? There's only, as I said, 200 something nodes, and thousands of them have already been sold. But again, just info. Of course, I'll be continuing to make videos and updates about what's happening. But if you want to get on in, you better get in where you fit in. Sooner the better. All right. Yeah, here's where they talk about the Romanian airport. In fact, I guess I can click on that. I'll give a little overview. MetaTerra opens formal talks on Miracle Pay integration at Romania's new international airport. So yeah, this is happening. This is already happening. But yeah, this is from October 8th. So this is, you know, 2 months old from the time that I'm making this. So they've already got a lot of things in motion. But we'll talk more about it on a video coming at you real soon. All right. In the meantime, everyone out there, stay safe. Keep stacking that crypto. Peace.